Hi, my name is Megan Kirkland. I'm a current student at Full Sail University in the Internet Marketing Master's Program, and tonight I'm going to be talking about click fraud prevention as it relates to my target company, Millennium Luxury Coaches in Sanford, Florida. And I pre-apologize for my lack of voice as I'm kind of in the middle of a nasty cold. So I'm going to try to get through this the best I can. But I appreciate you hanging in there with me. So to start this presentation, we need to define what is click fraud. Click fraud comes in many different forms, from a fraudulent party clicking on their pay-per-click ad or PPC ad thousands of times in order to increase their sole profit, to a competitor who is continually abusing the PPC system in order to cause sky-high advertising bills. These obvious high advertising bills result in the original company having to discontinue that particular ad, thus giving the fraudulent party more visibility and online profits by eliminating the online competition. How do we prevent click fraud? Click fraud can be prevented in many different forms. Just as we had just spoken about, with it being a competitor who's continually abusing the situation, there are ways to eliminate that risk and to also bear in mind the financial responsibility that comes into play with PPC ads. So being that click fraud needs to be prevented within our online strategic marketing plan as it pertains to these PPC ads, we must first control our financial responsibilities by setting a limit that our company is prepared to invest. This can obviously be for the amount of each pay per click, which we can set at a specific amount. Say, just for the sake of a whole number, we are willing to invest $1 per click on a particular site. This helps to eliminate the possible sky-high bills that can come through pay-per-click ads, as well as eliminating the risk of fraudulent behavior. Another aspect of that, however, with the financial responsibility, is to limit the competitor exposure and just not placing these PPC ads on any site, but making sure they are keyword relevant. For instance, we need to specify that our company PPC ads will be only utilized on recreational vehicle specific sites. So if a user is searching the keyword term luxury RV, our pay-per-click ad will obviously be displayed in the top or right-hand banner. This will obviously eliminate those redundant pay-per-clicks that are common on more low-end websites, which we will discuss further. Another aspect to preventing click fraud is by continually monitoring our PPC competitors in order to avoid competitor click fraud. Software such as ClickForensics provide online tracking services in order to track those current PPC results, which will then illustrate spikes that could be related to competitor click fraud. To continue how this can be prevented, we can utilize strategic platforms such as Google AdWords. Google AdWords obviously is one of the main online advertising platforms that are utilized, and this comes from several different reasons. It's very structured and it's very dependable, the fact that it's been around for many years, and they also have built-in tools to further prevent click fraud, such as campaign performance and account performance. These additional tools inside of your Google AdWords account allow our end user to see the number and percentage of clicks that Google has already categorized as invalid. And this is highly important for us to be able to get that illustration of any fraudulent behavior that is being carried out on our PPC ads. Another factor to prevent click fraud is that less developed countries employ individuals to click on ads. Um, Especially within this tumultuous economy, I know that this is a huge area of marketing profit where people are actually employing people to do nothing more than just click on these ads. This is important to utilize in the fact of analyzing what the value of each site is that we're investing in for our pay-per-click ads. Additionally, web analysis is crucial in order to identify that value of web exposure and to eliminate the overexposure on low quality sites. These sites that are deemed as low quality or having low value in where the pay-per-click ad is just used as just an online banner are usually overrun with opportunistic click fraud, either from a competitor or an online bot. Structured and legitimate sites such as Google and Yahoo allow the user to set up and identify specific sites that the user declares valuable to our exposure and therefore avoids sites where unethical revenue generation may occur. So, as far as Millennium Luxury Coaches is concerned, valuable sites would be considered RVT, RV Trader, things where it's already related to our end market user. As if we were talking about a search engine keyword search within our pay-per-click ad, the keyword may be luxury RV or RV campsite, anything to that effect where it's keeping in mind our end user being part of our target market. So what's the strategic plan for Millennium Luxury Coaches? Our idea is to analyze the strategic sites in order to maintain valuable PPC ads, specifically RV Trader, RVT, Prevost Community, as well as keyword-specific search engines such as luxury RV, recreational vehicle, and RV campsite. The benefits to this aspect of our strategic plan is we've eliminated all of those ancillary sites that really won't provide us any target market reach or visibility. Why pay part of our advertising budget for a pay-per-click ad for the website Zappos, where it would maybe be about someone who's searching for shoes or clothing, when our target market is clearly in the retail market for hopefully a luxury RV. Therefore, we need to analyze specifically what sites we want to partner with and invest with for these pay-per-click ads. Another aspect of the strategic plan is to utilize Google AdWords as well as the additional campaign tools such as campaign and account performance in order to manage and track PPC results. We can utilize Click Forensics, which is a free online site tracking to track and manage all PPC results. Another aspect is to monitor our competitors' PPC visibility and online presence. These competitors would be Featherlight, Liberty, and Marathon Coach. There's several free tools in order to protect our company from click fraud. Utilizing sites like Click Forensic and SourceForge both include tools to track and manage PPC results, including searching open source information for possible fraudulent clicks. These reports illustrate any spikes in pay-per-clicks and allow the end user to kind of facilitate which websites are more valuable than others. By incorporating a specific PPC budget cap through Google AdWords, we can list a specific cost for each user's PPC. Suggested budget for this portion of our online strategic marketing plan is 10% of the annual marketing budget in order to account for any ancillary pay-per-clicks we may have. That way we're not going over budget, but we're also maintaining that a certain portion of our budget is dedicated specifically to this pay-per-click ad. It is vital that we incorporate a portion of the budget to PPC, but limit the number of sites and the amount of pay-per-click in order to control the end financial responsibility, which will also limit in the amount of possible fraud. Speaking of free tools that we can use, this next slide you're about to see is from Click Defense, and this actually illustrates what their software does for the end user in order to hopefully identify any click fraud. So through this free software, you can place a tracking code on your site. When visitors come to your site through an online ad, if they click on your ad, they are then remembered even months later and basically profiled into another online audience. You are then notified if this remembered user continually clicks on your ad at intervals you specify for detection and notification. That way, it's constant intervals that you can monitor to see if there's whether this is an outlier, an accidental click, or if it truly is a fraudulent click that is continually happening. At the end of the day, with this program, you'll receive full reports on repeat clickers, both from online sources and via email notifications. So these reports obviously are hugely beneficial in identifying any click fraud that is going through any of your pay-per-click ads. This can either help identify those fraudulent users, whether it's a bot or a competitor, and allow the company to then take a strategic plan on whether to continue the ad or to use a different platform. That gives us just a basic overview of everything we've been talking about today when it comes to click fraud prevention. There are tons of benefits to laying out the strategic plan, but ultimately the most beneficial portion of it is to make sure that you remain consistent in your financial responsibility and understand that obviously opening up to your pay-per-click ads also opens you up to a little bit of a fluctuating budget, but there are solutions in order to avoid click fraud behavior, as well as overinflating the budget due to the pay-per-click structure. So here are a list of the references I've used in this presentation. I hope that it was beneficial, and I appreciate you guys bearing with me through my awful voice and horrible head cold. So thank you again, and have a great night.